MJ Biz didn't want to, they didn't want to sell flour, they didn't want to sell seeds. It was really, everybody in our space thought it was like all the Chads, and really it was, because you could go there and you could get air conditioners, you could get consulting, you could get lights, drip systems, you could get everything, but you couldn't get genetics and you couldn't buy any fucking weed, that's for sure. And when we started MJ Biz 13 years ago, when I first started, it was just a small group of us that were getting hotels and suites, and we were just doing international business. That was our way with the Americans that weren't going to Europe. A lot of the people were coming here. And we started those little circles, and then suddenly there was a smoking section. Each year at MJ Biz, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then suddenly last year, it was a big roped off fucking 80 by 80 space where everybody was like a whole festival. So my wife has a good friend, Ron Walden, who has consulted with Emerald and worked with Emerald, who owns MJ Biz. And so we were asked to sit down with Emily and Sarah and like the people that put together events for MJ Biz. And they were like, we've been B2B, we know we have, but we really want to connect with the people. We really want to make a change. And how do you guys think we could do that? And we were sitting there, I'll never forget it. And I said, sell some weed. And they're like, well, we can't sell weed. And I couldn't help but ask, but Vegas is legal, so I thought maybe they could do it. Mm-hmm. But anyways, we landed on selling genetics, and being able to do that. And they agreed to that. And man, I just was so inspired, a light bulb went off, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be big, but we gotta do this right. Yeah. And so for Voice of the Plant, I was doing the music project with M. We were already kind of really trucking through it, a lot of momentum. And then suddenly there was a dispensary deal in New York that we ended up passing on, but this MJ Biz opportunity, Victorine and I, my wife, my partner, really shout out to Victorine. She's been, and she really put this together. She had the relationship with Ron, she brought me to the table, and we were able to, bring genetics to the showroom floor for the first time. So the Voice of the Plant, that was my first project, the music project, but this is something I'm incredibly proud of, because, part of what I wanted to do was, I told them, really the vision was I wanted to have a small little High Times, like a copy of what that was, like 25 booths. Everyone did something different. It was all a vibe, all the main people from the culture, the breeders, the growers, and so we created this vault, MJ Biz, and when you walk in there and the vibe that it actually had, and luckily, by design, the smoking section was right outside. That now they're getting sponsored. I won't say the number, but some stupid number. They're getting sponsorship now for the smoking section. So this thing is growing and evolving, and they saw the value. I think all of you, I'd love to hear from all of you, from your point of view, but for me and Victorine, it was our vision manifested and beyond what we thought. Because we didn't know what to expect and how people were going to reply. And all the people that spent a lot of money, all my friends that I called and said, hey, come out here, I'm doing this, and no one hesitated. And it's not cheap to go and do these events, especially during the holidays. Everybody was like, man, everyone was happy and glad that they did it, and everyone did it really well. So we were just excited.